Hello, 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 divine ones. Welcome to a new video, a very vulnerable video that I'm going to be doing. Um, I want to share something with you that I'm going through right now, which is why I no longer call myself a healer. So, if you have been rocking with me for a while, you have seen, you may have heard me talk about my struggles around the word healer and my journey with embodying that title. Um, and if you've been rocking with me for a while, you've probably seen me go through a lot of different titles. You've probably heard me being called the soul medicine man for a while. And I called myself, before that, I was a well being Sherpa. And before that, I was I was calling myself a medical medium until funny story around that, until I got this cease and desist letter, because what I didn't know was there was already somebody out there who's had trademark and who was calling himself the medical medium. And I had no idea. That was just what I was, that made sense to me because I had the gift of medical intuition and mediumship. And I was like, I'm a medical medium, and lo and behold, I got this cease and desist letter. So you've seen my journey with many different titles, and I wanted to come on and talk to you about, because you've probably seen now, if you, especially if you've been following my business page, you've seen now that it changed from Jerome Bragg's intuitive healer to Jerome Bragg's intuitive well-being guide. And I wanted to tell you a little bit about why I am identifying myself as a well-being guide instead of a healer. So the thing that has been happening is there are a few things. One is there's a lot of different things we think about when we think about the word healer. And primarily what I've seen in my work with doing healing work with people around the world, whether I'm doing work with them and helping them heal something in their bodies or heal something in their personal life, around the world, there is this idea that a healer does the healing for you. And so I would get so many people that would come to me and would say, hey, before I pay for this, before I pay for this session with you or before we work together, I just want to be assured that you're going to heal me. And I would have to have these conversations where I would say, hey, love, no, I'm not, I'm not going to heal you. You're going to heal you. I'm here to show you how to do that. Because in fact and in truth, nobody can heal you but you. You are the divine soul being of your life, which means you have all creative power in your life. You are the only one that can heal you. Now, people can do a dog and pony show that can make you think that they actually were the one that healed you. But it was something within you, within your consciousness, within your vibration, within your soul path that was open and ready to make that shift for yourself. And they assisted in that. And so that was one of the big things for me, was like, I want to make sure people understand I'm not here to do the work for you. I'm not here to rescue you from your soul path. I'm here to help you walk it and help you get to the highest level of well-being that you possibly can get to by showing you the way, right? By showing you the way, like a guide, like a Sherpa, the Sherpas in Tibet, in the Tibetan mountains, right? When you hire them because they know the way to get to the top of the mountain. They know they know the quickest routes. They know the routes that can collapse your learning curve, because you don't have a lot of time to try and learn on that mountain, because that mountain is dangerous, right? So they know the safest routes, they know the quickest routes, and they know how to get you from point A to point B. And they walk that route with you to make sure you're okay, to make sure you're understanding, to make sure if you have any problems that they can help you out. But they don't do the walk for you. You do the walk. You still have to do that walk, right? And that's really what my work in the world is about. It's about showing you, I know the way to healing. I have had to, and I know it, I've had to heal every area of my life. my body, my finances, living my truth, um, trusting myself, my relationships, money, all of those things. And I have had miraculous healings in each area. So much so that my life is unrecognizable to the person I used to be. I am unrecognizable to that person in every way. And my life is more delicious today and more mystical than I could have ever imagined before, ever possible. Right? So I know what healing takes. I know what it's about. And I know the journey that it has to happen. I know the process, right? But I can't do the journey and the process for you. I can teach you. I can walk with you, but I can't walk for you. And there's a lot of confusion around healers that they do the walk for you. And that's just not true. And I don't want to disempower you, because that's disempowering. That's giving our power away to someone. We do that a lot in our medical system, by the way, where we just give our power away to someone else. Where we say, here, take this. And we say, I don't know best, you know best. But the truth is, your soul knows best. And the greatest healing is when you get in touch with its wisdom and you make choices aligned with that, right? And so that is one of the guiding reasons behind why I no longer call myself a healer. Because although I still do healing work, I still am about healing work, even though my work is a healing work, right? And also what healing actually is. Let's talk about what healing actually is, what it really is from the soul's perspective. From the soul's perspective, what healing actually is the return to your truth and to the frequency, the vibration of your soul. It's the return to your natural state of being, which is your divine truth and your divine frequency, your divine vibration, and to return from wherever you left it, right? So whether you got traumatized out of that and you got disconnected from it that way, whether there were some choices you made, or there's some belief systems you have, or some behavioral patterns that you have that have disconnected you from that, whatever it is, healing in whatever it is, whether it's a relationship, a disease, an illness in the body, financial situation, somehow we have been disconnected from the truth of ourselves and the natural vibration of our souls, because the truth of our being and the natural vibration of our being creates well-being always. It only ever creates well-being. And if we're not experiencing well-being somehow, it is a direct signal that we've got disconnected from that. We've got disconnected from our truth, and we've got disconnected from the natural frequency of our soul somehow. And when we do the healing, however it looks, right? Whatever journey you take, whatever healing journey you take, what you're really doing is embodying more of your truth somehow, and realigning yourself and re-embodying the frequency of your soul. That's what causes the shift to well-being. That's what causes the transformation. It may look different for everyone, but the principle behind it is the same. And so I do that work. Whether you come to me because, you have some chronic illness or disease you're wanting to heal, whether you come to me because you got a relationship situation that's not delicious and you want more delicious relationships, whether you're struggling with money, whether you're having a problem really being your full self, whatever that is, the healing journey is about that. And I do that work, right? But what I'm really doing with you is not, I don't take it from you and say, hey, let me go over here and fix this and then hand it back to you as fixed. That's not my work. That's not what makes me come alive. And that's not what actually empowers you. That's not what reminds you, again, of your truth. It doesn't connect you fully to your truth, because your truth is you're a sovereign being. You are the sovereign being of your reality. You are literally the universe incarnated into a physical form. You are literally love expressed physically. You're literally God embodied. That's literally you. And that may be a truth that you've not been connected to. You may not have been taught that. You may have got disconnected from that some type in your childhood. And so you don't operate and move through that. But that's the truth nonetheless. And so, as love incarnate, as the universe incarnate, you don't need me to heal you. You may need me to help you remember how to heal yourself. And I can do that. But you don't come to me and I wave a magic wand over you and everything's fixed. And even if I did that, by the way, because there are some ways I know how to shift the vibration in people. I have had, a lot of great training in energy work and energy healing. I have had worked with master teachers, both physical and non-physical. I know how to shift the energy in someone's body. But here's the thing, and I've done it before as well. Not just I know how to do it, but I have done it before. And here's the thing that happens with that. And I've seen it happen whether it was a client of mine or another healer. There are many, many, many of my clients that come to me have had similar experiences. And I'm like, yep, because here's the thing. Anytime someone else does the work for you, what ends up happening is, and you don't know the process, and you don't know, you didn't actually walk yourself through the steps. What ends up happening is if I shift this energy in your body and we shift it back to being in alignment with your soul, and you walk out of here, you walk out of this session with me, you're going to feel great today. You're going to feel great tomorrow. You may feel great for the rest of the week. But probably by next week or two, you're going to start to get into some of your old habits of hiding yourself, of not living your truth, of doing work you don't really enjoy, of feeling shame and fear, of not trusting and listening to your soul's guidance and not making choices based upon that. You're not going to do things that actually nourish you. You're still going to be doing things, having a full plate of stuff that actually depletes and drains your energy instead of charges and feeds it. And so eventually, that may have healed the situation for now, but eventually you recreate it. You recreate the dysfunction, you recreate the illness. It just comes back because you haven't healed the root. And that's the thing that happens with a lot of healers out there that we go to where we say, here, you take this and you fix it and then give it back to me. And if they give it back to you, great. The energy is shifted, things are fixed, but you're not fixed. You're not really shifted. And then next year, you have to come back to that same healer again for the exact same thing, or for something you think is actually different, but it's actually the same thing that just manifested in a different way. And you have to repeat the cycle over and over and over again. And I don't want that. I don't like working like that. I want you to be the most empowered version of you possible. I want you to know what it takes to shift your life and to keep it transformed, not just changed, but transformed. Because here's the thing, things that are transformed don't go back to how they used to be. A butterfly can't go back to being a caterpillar. But things that are just changed, they can always go back. Ice can go back to being water. If you heat it up, you put it in the right environment, it'll go right on back. And we don't want to go back. We want to go into well-being and just keep going into higher and higher levels of well-being, not to cycle back through from well-being to suffering, well-being to suffering, well-being to suffering. That's not what I'm about. So, although I do healing work, I'm not going to heal you. You're going to heal you. I'm going to show you how. I'm going to show you all. I'm going to give you the teachings. I'll give you the tools. I'm going to give you the principles. I'm going to give you the energy work, all of that to help heal or manifest or shift or transform whatever you want. Because as a soul being, you can be, do, or have whatever you want. That is truth. And if there is something in you that doesn't believe that, that is a signal of what needs to be healed. It just needs to be healed because it's not true. We have been made to believe that we can't be, do, or have anything, or that we don't deserve to be, have, or do anything. But that's not the truth. That's not your soul's truth. And your soul still remembers the truth. And when you come back home to your soul, when you return to the truth of your soul, you'll start to see it. And you'll see this world is way more delicious and way more magical and way more safe than anyone ever taught you before. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to guide you back to the truth, and I'm here to guide you back to the high vibration of your soul so you can start to create and experience the well and delicious life you deserve and that you deeply desire and crave, even if you don't have words for it yet. So I wanted to come on and just share that for a while. I don't classify myself as a healer anymore. I've had a long journey with this, going back and forth with it. And the truth is, I just don't want you to think in any type of way that you're off the hook. When you work with me, you're not off the hook. You are going to be in your power. Because that's when it gets delicious. When you see, I got here. And although Jerome helped me, and man, yes, I definitely needed this help. And yes, he definitely played a big part in this. But I was the one. I did this. I did this. And when you know you did it, that's when it gets really, 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 really fucking joyous. Because you remember your power. And you know that whatever is going on or whatever arises in life, you know you can get yourself out of it and you can get yourself to where you really want to be. That's what I want for you. And that's what I'm here for. So I'm still an intuitive. My intuitive and psychic gifts didn't go anywhere. They're still here. But I'm a well-being guide. I'm going to guide you to well-being, to higher and higher levels. Wherever level you're experiencing, there's a higher level. I can help you get there. But you're gonna take the journey. You're gonna walk it. You're gonna be the one that gets you there. I'm gonna be the one that has the guide, that has the roadmap, that has the snacks, that has the flashlight, that has the machete cutting down the bushes to get in the way. But I'm not the person that does it for you. And in truth, you don't want me to be. You want to feel your power and to remind yourself that you had it all along. And that's my greatest joy, helping you do that. So I hope this has cleared some things up for you all, so that if you see intuitive well-being guide in the future in some of my things, you'll understand, one, what that is. The intuitive part, I use my intuitive gifts and the wisdom I got from my own journey. And then the well-being part, to guide you to the happiness, the health, and the life that feels and tastes delicious to you. That's what it's about. That's what I'm about. So when you come to me, we're about well-being, and we're going to go there. but we're going there together. I'm not going there by myself and then bringing it back to you. You're going with me. Till next time, much love. Bye.